Hello YouTubers, welcome on my new channel, This Old House. It's a separate channel from the channel I have with Nadia. The reason being is that the channel I have with Nadia, we like to make beautiful clips for YouTube. We like to experiment with editing, with drone work, with camera work. With this channel the aim is to show the renovation of the house, nothing more than that. Upload clips every single week or maybe every 2 weeks. Keep the editing to a basic minimum because that takes up a lot of my time, which I really don't have. The reason why I have this channel and why I wanna upload these clips about renovating, rebuilding a house is purely because I have learned an awful lot from other YouTubers, watching their channels, talking about van conversions, rebuilding, everything. I'm avid YouTube watcher and I learned an awful lot, and I think I just contribute my part and show how I do it. And it also gives you an opportunity to comment, and I can learn from it, other people can learn from it. We'll just share the information. So I hope it's going to be good. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope to meet you in the comments. Cheers. So walking into our street, you can see on the right hand side the church, and then a small house, the middle house and the big house, which is all part of our property. The big house is the family house. It's been built in probably 300 to 400 years ago. The middle house probably 100, 200 years later. And this small house is a garage or a workshop built in this century or previous century. This is our neighbor's house. It's not a house, it's a workshop and a garage, and he's got all kinds of ancient tools in there that he stores. Maybe one day we'll rent some space with him when the need arises. This is how we left the house. Last time we were here we were just dropping off tools in order to get weight out of the trailer. We stored them in the house, and we left for the season. We were working on boats. It's been 8 months since we've been here. This is the house on Sketchup. We have made drawings, sketches on Sketchup to see what it's like and what we want to do. Now I'm pointing at the small house, which is really the workshop. That's the middle house. You turn it around, there's a gate. The entrance door from the garden to the small house. That's about a 160 square foot house with a little loft. Then the middle house with that really strange corner. And there's an outbuilding on the main house which will become a roof terrace and a bathroom most likely. It's got to be torn down because that's in really poor nick. That is this strange corner in the middle house. It's got this 45-degree angle and there's a big pile of dirt there. We don't know what's underneath it. It could be a big rock, it could be anything. That is the outbuilding on the main house that's falling apart. We got to take it down and it's going to be our bathroom, I guess. That would be the ground floor. Yeah, I'm pointing now at what's going to be the kitchen, which is now the middle house with that strange 45-degree angle. I'm going to take down that wall. That's a non-load bearing wall. We make an opening in that wall so that we can go into the small house from the big house. We open up that back wall. That wall is going to be taken out. You'll see it in this video. And then that is going to be the bathroom. This is the first floor. We also have an attic, but we're going to take the floor planking out of the attic mostly in order to create some space. We're going to take the floor planking from the second floor, the middle house. We're going to remove the planking, and that's going to be an open terrace sitting outside. Nice large opening doors in our bedroom. Yeah, many walls will be taken out. All non-load bearing walls will be taken out, just in order to create space. Yeah, that is the ground floor again. and that is our house in Sketchup. It really helps to make these sketches. It's really simple, it's free, it's an online program from Google. I can recommend it to everyone.
Like, is there enough wall there?
We spend a whole lot of time designing, making sketches before we did them in Sketchup.
There's no other
Nadia has many ideas, I have many ideas. They all need to be discussed before we really start working.
Yeah, you do. That's traditional. You see them in all attics. Look at me. Don't look like all attics in France. You'll see like houses have like this. They've got the little attic window like this, right in there. Not a circle. Have you ever seen a circle window in a country house in France? That will be rejected straight away. So like a window like on this side somewhere.
Yeah.
For example.
Small.
Yeah, small, just small, anything that lets light in, really. Because then the window, that's the door in the attic already. The door in the attic.
There's no door.
It's a door, it's not a window, it's a door.
Ah, on the other side, yeah.
Yeah, well there's only one in the attic, so that one.
A door?
Yeah, it's a door. Anyway, if we can make that a bit big as possible, really, that would be good. Yeah, and then if we can put in a window in that big house loft, that would be excellent.
While Nadia is pulling funny faces, I'm trying to concentrate on the road. We picked up our van in the south of France after 4 months of traveling through Southeast Asia, Australia, etc. We're driving up north to our house, which is about a 650 km. Would be about a 500 mile. This is the camping in Saint-Pourçain-sur-Sioule. Long name. That's where we will be staying for a while. And this is back in the house. All my tools just stuffed in the living room, or actually in one of the living rooms, because the living room is divided into 2 parts. This is what is going to be hopefully one day our bathroom. This is the outbuilding. Terrible condition, really terrible condition. Missing door. That is sort of left over from a staircase upstairs, and we just had to start removing paneling and false walls in order to see what's behind them. Yeah, the demolition work should be carried out carefully, because you only want to demolish what you should be demolishing and not more than that. And apart from that, it's just better to keep the pieces as large pieces, easier to load, easier to get rid of than a lot of small debris. At this moment I'm not really sure what these walls are made of. But it turns out a sort of a plasterboard with a styrofoam backing, which is glued down to the original walls of the house. We want to showcase the original walls if they are good to look at. So therefore we take off all these fake walls, insulating walls, and the ceilings as well. We just want to see as much as we can of the real house. So we start in the little living room, because I want to move all my tools onto a big rack, stored in the corner there. The living room is going to be my workshop for the time being.
No, it's going to be even higher now.
We wish to complete the small house first and turn that into a guest room, a library, a study. And maybe a place where we could temporarily stay during the winter months. At the moment we're staying with the camper van on a camping nearby, but the camping will close at the end of the year, or in the autumn. Somebody has ever put an awful lot of effort in making these walls and these ceilings so tidy, fairing all seams, doing the wallpaper. I can appreciate the time that it took and the effort that it took, but unfortunately not for us. We go with the raw walls. Less of insulation value, but these walls are so incredibly thick. I don't think there's an awful lot of heat loss, provided that the roof is well insulated and you have double glass or triple glass windows. Morning. So we have left the campsite where we stayed overnight. We're now driving back to our house where we will pick up the trailer, which we've loaded up yesterday with debris. We'll take the trailer to the tip, the déchetterie, which is just opened. It's only open half days. And then hopefully we can make a second run today as well before they close. Because there's a lot of debris coming off the ceilings and the walls. And there was already quite a bit in the house. So that's the plan for this morning. Yeah, one thing that should be really well considered is where to get rid of all your waste. Luckily we can bring it for free to what's called déchetterie. Unfortunately they're only open half days, and you gotta be there on time. There could be a long queue of people waiting to discharge. But fortunately it's free. Ideally it would be to have a big container right next to the house, but that's quite expensive. You'll be looking at 100 euros per day. So therefore I'm very happy that I once bought this little trailer. It's a 4-meter long trailer, about 12 feet long, 8 feet wide. Does this pants make me look fat?
Not any more than usual. No. It does. He looks pretty big. Alright, I better go help.
Yeah, because I put a belt around it to accentuate my waistline.
Yeah, it looks better with the belt around it.
Yeah.
Because now we can really see the full definition of your belly. You know?
Yeah, and with Nadia helping to empty the trailer instead of making all these smart ass comments, we finally get the job done.
What have you done here, Marius?
So the idea is that we move all our tools and preferably all the personal belongings, everything that we kept in the trailer. We move it in some storage racks that we bought. We cover them with a big tarp so that they remain dust free while we are clearing out all those fake walls. And also to consolidate all the stuff and make it possible for us to walk through the house, and also to completely empty out the trailer so that it becomes a trailer again, and we can load it up with debris that goes to the tip. So that's basically what we're doing. Our main problem at this moment is that we don't have transportation to the tip. We have a lot of rubbish. We will get even more rubbish, especially when we start doing the garden. So we need to have the trailer completely ready to drive rubbish to the tip. And apart from that, it's really nice to have all our tools organized so that we know where it is and that we can actually walk through the house and work in the house. Okay. That's what's happening now.
Better keep going.
Yep.
You look really cute, Marius.
Yeah, I feel really cute as well.
You look really cute.
Yeah, this is a hard hat.
Yeah. Now you won't have any marks or brain damage when I beat you.
Yeah.
That's always nice.
So now with all the tools in the storage rack wrapped up with the big tarp, it's time to start smashing down this non-load bearing wall and the rest of the ceiling and the rest of the walls.
Beautiful, beautiful sunny day. Sunshine right on our house.
So this is what the house, the big house main floor looks like now. We're gonna leave it like this, fully stripped, workshop on one side. We're gonna leave it like this for now. We're gonna focus on the garden and on the small house, which we wanna be made fully livable in the next 2 months before Nadia and I gotta head off for work. This is it, bare stone walls, wooden beams, wooden ceiling.
What is it? What have you lost now? What were you just saying?
Huh?
What was that?
I said no bones yet because I've always been thinking about what happens if we just find a skeleton in the garden. What would be the procedure? You know, would you just bring it to the tip secretly, hush hush, or would you just go to the mayor or the police and have them excavate your yard just as the official way? But actually that is a good way, you know. Maybe
It's the best way because then you killed 2 birds with 1 stone.
yeah, maybe we should just tell them anyway that we found some bones.
Yeah, we'll be like, oh, there's a skeleton over here and one over here, and
At least it was there yesterday.
now it's all the dirt's back on top of it. We think it's 1.5 meters down that you should dig.
Yeah, just to be sure, do the whole garden and fell that tree while you're at it.
Yeah, no problem. We don't mind if you do that.
Yeah. Just
The only reason we're talking about skeletons is that one of our very elderly neighbours was telling us that when he was doing his house just down the road, they actually found 3 skeletons. This is way, way back in the day.
oh, these houses are like 300 years old and often built on top of the ruins of houses that were built there before. So yeah, I mean, and this is France, you know. There's quite a bit of history here. I wouldn't be surprised at all to find skeletons. Wouldn't be surprised at all.
What are you doing now?
Yeah, I'm just taking this wall down so that we see why this wall is here, and also to let the wall.
What wall? You're going to take the wall down?
No, this earthen wall, this earth and debris that's just piled up against the wall of the small house. And the reason why I take it down is because when it's raining, the moisture stays in the earth, and therefore it keeps the wall humid. And I want to have the wall drying out and see what the condition is of the wall after it has dried out. Maybe we need to rebuild it, maybe reinforce it, maybe we keep it the way it is, but for sure all this earth needs to come down and let the walls breathe and dry out. Ideally we have a mini digger for this work, but at this moment we just do it by hand. I need to buy an axe now. Our first priority in the house with regards to work is to identify all the problems that we have that need attending, and second, to prevent any more problems or decay from happening. And one of the things that we noticed when we arrived here is that there's this huge pile of dirt in this weird corner, and alongside the small house, the garage if you will, there's also this huge pile of dirt against the wall. Now this dirt maintains water, maintains moisture, and makes the walls humid, damp. I want to dry out these walls because after that I can assess whether I need to rebuild the walls. I need to assess what the condition will be after they've dried out. Now we don't know why this pile is here. Somebody came with the idea that there was an old bread oven here that may have collapsed. There could be a rock, a big rock, because they built this wall in this 45-degree angle, which doesn't make any sense unless there's something here that prevented the builders to build it in a straight angle, as a rectangular box, the house. So we'll see what it is. If it is a rock, then we'll leave it there probably and we'll make a feature out of it. But for now we just gotta get rid of all this dirt and see what it is, and if it is just dirt, remove it from the walls so that the walls can dry. Yeah, I bought one tool that I would like to show you, which so far has proven to be pretty good. It's a gasoline powered whippersnipper with a whippersnipper attachment, but also with this small chainsaw attachment, and then it also has a like a big scissor attachment for like hedges and stuff like that. It was 200 euros, 300 euros maybe, and the brand is McAllister. Never heard of that, but even if it would fail right now to work, we would already have earned it back, because we got a quote from a gardener, a landscaper, to fell the tree that I've just felled and to do some more, and that came to 1900 euros or so. And Nadia and I decided we should do it ourselves. This is where your profit lies eventually, in all the work that you do yourself. And apart from that, you know, come on, we got a bit of pride in us. We can do all this stuff ourselves, and it'll give me the budget to buy more tools as well. It's pretty cool. I mean, so far it's been working great. So, and this is then the moment where I'm gonna fell my very first tree. I've made very careful calculations and made sure that the tree can only fall in one direction. If it would fall in the wrong direction, it would crush the small house's roof. So we need to be careful here. This tree has to go. It is demolishing over time the small house.
This way, this way, this way, this way is fine.
As long as it doesn't fall or... The thing with cameras is that they often stop filming exactly. Yeah, GoPros are not flawless, but we've identified the problem, and here is the second chance. Beautiful. Now just cutting off the branches, making them small, loading them in the trailer for the déchetterie. The trunk we cut up in sections and we donate to the neighbor across the road. He uses it as firewood once it's properly dried. Good fun with my little chainsaw. Nadia in the meantime is starting on the front side of the house, cutting down all those rose bushes and herbs and what have you.
I'm gonna take this out now.
Cool.
Will you help me?
Sure. Yeah, this is gonna be cool. Because we've got this massive sage plant growing in front of the house that we can't pull out ourselves, and the neighbor has indicated that he wants to have it, but the roots go so deep we can't dig it out. He's going to take his tractor and pull it out with the tractor. It's something is happening. The neighbor comes out with his wife and the twins who live next to them. The twins are somewhere in the 80s and they have been living together in that house for all of their life. Welcome to the hood, you know. So this is our little hood, and that's our neighbor Serge. He lives across from us with his wife Regine. Serge used to be a farmer. He still farms, he still helps out. In the distance there you can see the twins in the door opening. They're always in the door opening when something happens. They are identical twins, I think. They live together. They're about 80 years old or so. A little bit further down lives Daniel. He was also a farmer at one stage. He was in the war in Algeria. He's a funny guy. He's really a funny guy. You'll see him later in the clip. This is Serge with his tractor. It's always a bit frightening when he commandeers his tractor. He tends to forget to put it on the parking brake. But yeah, we pull out that big sage plant. He wants to have it.
Yeah.
I don't know what he's gonna do with it. So today I had to do some minor jobs in the camper van. I promised Nadia a while back, putting in these back walls in the cabinets that were, you know, all open. Yeah, I've done that, and I've started to remove a lot of the ivy, the greens that climb up the walls. Yeah, I love the look of them, but they're actually damaging the walls. They keep moisture in the walls, they grow inside the walls, and all these walls need to be regrouted and at least properly inspected. So we've decided just to take everything out, also in the garden, take as much out as we really can, in order to create the space and to do a proper job. This house is not a patch up job. That's not gonna work. It's gotta be a thorough job, including the garden. These vines will grow back. I've been felling one more tree. I felled another tree that was damaging the little house. Unfortunately the camera stopped working halfway. So that was the first tree I felled in my life, but not recorded. This one was the second one. That went okay. It's another tree that's not a beautiful tree and not a nice tree to have, as we are informed. So we've taken it down. The only tree that we're gonna leave is this big red tree. Yeah, my plan is to build an outdoor kitchen with a pizza oven in that corner back there where those other two trees are. I gotta take the other one down, the second one, but probably have to go on a ladder first to remove some of the branches, because I'm afraid that the branches will hit the roof once the tree comes down. So I'll do that when Nadia is here and I can go on the ladder and I have a second pair of eyes here. So that's it for now. Tomorrow we are going to Nadia's family in the south of France. Spend a week there, which is nice. That is why I removed all the ivy and at least pull the roots out, so that everything will dry hopefully during the coming week, and it will be easier to pack and to get rid of all the greens. So this is really what I wanted to do for today. I think I'm done for today. Got some other stuff to do, and then tomorrow we'll head to the south, and I'll see you when we get back to the house and have accomplished something else.
Il y avait un truc de cheminée qui avançait comme ça. Et puis il y avait les... Là, ça montait comme ça. Comme ça. Il avait changé les...
Mais quand on est venu dans la maison, c'est tout placo et puis il y avait pas de cheminée. Mais il y avait un truc autour en bois. Mais il n'y avait pas de cheminée.
Well, that was it for this week. If you like this first installment of this old house, please hit the like button. Please subscribe, enables me to make more videos. Cheers, guys!
Là, il y avait une placard.
Ah bah oui, ah bah les placards c'était pareil. Il avait un placard, alors il n'avait pas fait de porte.